Now that we are in the models.py, here I have the delivery class, which is the template for all the details that should be provided in the delivery detail page, like name, address, number, and others, plus the delivery ID, which is needed for later use in other classes. And then we have the size, crust, sauce, cheese, toppings, which basically are all have the same purpose, which is that they are used in a form which asks the user to select from many types of crust, cheeses, and so on. And here I have the pizza class, which consists of all things above. It's a collection of all choices that the user made for a crust, topping, and all of those that we have above. And it uses the foreign keys for all of the previous ones. Also, all of the functions which you see here, which are the string functions, they basically are for the overall better look of the admin page. And also this one here, all toppings. This one is to help the multiple choice of the toppings basically, and to help me present them nicely in the HTML file with a for loop, which we can see here. I'm using for topping, and I'm using this right here, and I'm displaying each of the toppings basically. So after this, we have the url.py. And here the first URL is for the index.html page. Then we have the create URL, which is it's basically using the create function in the views that creates a pizza form, and it's in the create.html. Then we have delivery / the object, the pizza object ID, and this is the third URL that is using the specific ID of the pizza object, and it's basically saving the delivery info from the delivery form. It's used in the delivery.html. Lastly, we have the complete ID of the pizza and the ID of the details for the pizza, which are specific to that pizza, with the complete view function. And it's basically used in the function delivery to redirect to complete function if everything is valid. Then we have the form.py. So basically in the forms.py, we have the different classes for the pizza form and the delivery form. And here we have the options for the toppings for pizzas. And here we have the pizza form, which is basically for all the toppings and having all the sizes, sauces, crust. It's saving them in here. So in the view.py, we have the create function, which basically it has a request method, which is referencing the form method post. So basically it's saying if they fill the form and click the button, they posted it, and then it's taking whatever they posted, which is request.post, pass it to the p form, which is this. And if the form is valid, we save it to the database, which is this. If it's valid, then we save it. And this here is basically using the object ID here. So basically we save it and we save it to the database, and when we're redirecting it to the delivery view function, we're passing the object ID. So we are basically, after we save it, we are redirecting it to the delivery function, which is this one here. If, however, it's not submitted correctly, so is valid is not correct, we are refreshing the form. So after that, we have the delivery form, which is the form here, and basically includes a validation for the things like expiry date, card number, so all the fields are valid, and of course it's using the model for delivery. And in views.py we can see the delivery function, which is basically validating the posted form and saving it and redirecting it to the complete views.py function, giving it the ID of an object and the ID of the delivery. So basically doing kind of the same thing, saving and then redirecting to the complete function, which is here. And the complete function is taking both the IDs and the delivery of the specific pizza that we're making and posting the form, and it's getting all the objects from their specific models to use them in the HTML as the successful delivery details. And then what we have here is the main web page, which is index.html. It has the navigation bar, it has all the URLs, and then we have the header, and here we're including the create.html, which is extended version of the index.html. And here what we have is the security token, and then we have all the different form.pizza size, pizza cheese, and all of those to select from. And then we have all the toppings, which are like a multiple choice. And then we have the submit button, which has the value of order. Then here in the delivery.html, we have the security token, and we have please enter your details below, also with the form fields as paragraphs, which we can see here. That's a short version used in the HTML. And then we have the complete.html, which also has some CSS. And here we can see the success, delivery.name. This is just to ensure that they have enough space between the labels and the, let's say, size, and then we have the pizza size. And here we can see the for loop, which has all the toppings one next to the other. Now let's look at the web page. So all the buttons here are working. The home, create is going to the yellow section. This one is just going to a page saying who invented the pizza. And then this one is also working. And then you decide the size, cheese, crust, sauce. Click order. You cannot press more than the number that I gave for the validation of the cart number. And here we can also give the expiry date and the CVV. And that's the success page.